If you ever dreamed of playing American football, this is the interview you need to hear about, because Munya Maraire is here to talk a little bit about how that is going to be possible. CEO of the Worldwide Scholarships Foundation. Munya, before we get into all of that, let's start with you, right? Like, what makes you the guy capable of looking at American football and bringing it to South Africa and then taking people overseas? Did you play?
I did play. Very interesting story. My dream started with rugby.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the foundation of where we are starting again for others, because I was able to do it myself through rugby. But I learned the game of American football playing computer games. So I used to play, so in those days we had Sega Genesis and Joe Montana's Sports Talk Football used to play on PlayStation. And that's where I fell in love with the game. So I remember when my mother told me, she's like, what do you mean you want to play American football? You played Craven Ridge Rugby and the Sharks are looking at you, but what's going on? And I said, I play it every day. She says, what do you mean? And I said, I play it every day on my computer games.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I learned the game. And from there, I had the dream and I was bitten by the American football bug and I wanted to go play.
You get to America, you're there to go to varsity, Penn State, one of the big universities in America, and you're there as a sprinter, like a runner.
Yeah.
How do they even, like, from what I understand, they're not even gonna look at you. You didn't come through the high school and come from established American football. They're already like, you're not even gonna get a chance. Why do they give you a chance?
So I think maybe this is inspiration for many, that if you have a dream, you have to chase it regardless. Don't let anybody tell you it's impossible. So I got my scholarship, even though I didn't want to run. I got my scholarship as an athlete to Penn State. And at that time, the best coach in the whole of the United States was a man called Joe Paterno. And I walked up to his door 6 a.m., knocked on his door, and he came to, his wife, Sue, came to the door. She looked at me like, it's 6 a.m. I was, when you can't sleep, I was done. I need to play. I'm already here, and it's a big NCAA school. Joe comes to the door. He says, what are you doing here? And I said, Coach, I've played rugby at the highest level in Southern Africa. I'm on a full scholarship at Penn State. I'm the fastest guy at Penn State, begrudgingly. Sprinting. But I want to play American football and I want to play for you. And the best coach in America says to me, well, I've won national championships with people that behave like you. And he organized a trial for me on the team. And I went out, I kicked, I was good at kicking. But then when I ran, I was the fastest guy on the Penn State University football team. Yeah. And that's when the dream started for me.
And you get to play.
I got to play.
So let's just quickly give you a glimpse of what American football is, right? Like, maybe you're still confused. Yeah, it's this thing, like gully helmets and the ball being thrown around, and it ends up in this part where he gets in there is like the end zone, and you do touchdowns, and there's quarterbacks, and there's wide receivers, and DJ Mlu, do you understand the sport?
I can't say technically, but I've watched the movies. It seems there's a lot of similarities to rugby because I played rugby.
Yeah.
But it just seems to be a more technical game. Stop, start, stop, start. It seems like there's two teams in one team. There's the offensive and the defensive team. So it's quite complex.
Thabo, when they go over there, I say goal. Like this thing here, I say goal. Maybe it's a touchdown.
On offside.
No, offside. I don't know. Okadal.
I can't see it.
Are we still? Maro tsara polo fela wa matha.
Bruh.
Yeah,
and it's like the biggest sport in the world. I mean, I'm not just saying that. Yeah. The number one sport in terms of money, the cost of the franchises, the most expensive teams in the world in terms of finances are American football sides in the NFL. You're telling us that you could get South Africans potentially to live the dream like you, earn millions of dollars a year playing for American football sides. How?
So I think the first thing is to establish the fact that rugby and American football, in terms of the dynamics of how you play, are similar. We tackle the same. The ball is the same kind of shape. the way you move, you said you had a killer sidestep back in the day. It's the same thing that you need in American football. The only difference is you put the pads on and you need to understand a different structure of the game.
Yeah.
But that's all in learning. It's like going to school and learning, a different subject. But the application of your mind is the same.
So if you're a natural athlete,
Oh my goodness.
you're going to be
Yeah.
good at American football.
If you look in the history of American football, most of the top players are Africans. You've got Africans that, I love that you guys are showing the Kansas City Chiefs versus the 49ers, because I played with Tamba Hali, who is probably the most talented player that played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's from Liberia, and he was a teammate of mine at Penn State.
So
I also
how
played-
do
yeah.
South African kids, how are rugby players, I think that's what you're really focusing your attention on here. How are they going to get to America? What are you going to do for them, Munya?
So the objective now is in December, we're holding a camp, the WWS Scout Camp at Camp Discovery in Pretoria. And we are bringing NFL because I've got a lot of friends that played in the NFL. So we're bringing former NFL players here. And the objective is, let's put these kids that we know are freak athletes and amazing, talented kids through the exact same testing that you would do for an American football player, your 40-yard sprint, your jumping ability. And then from there, as you know, Worldwide Scholarships, our company is #1 in Africa with linking talent with university scholarships. So the objective first is now we get the university coaches to be interested in just the athletic talent that we have on the African continent through that game. And then from there, they just have to prove themselves in what they already know what to do: tackle, catch, run,
So you set up a scholarship, they go there,
Yeah.
they show their talent, they get an education,
Yeah.
and they get a chance to maybe be big in American football.
Not even maybe. This is going to happen. We've got so much talent, not only just in South Africa, across the African continent, talent is dime a dozen.
So tell me how. How are kids now who are listening and saying, I'd love to try, how do they go about making sure that you don't have 1 million kids arrive for your trial day?
What do you mean?
Like, how do they get involved? How do they contact you? How much they do?
So either they can go to www.scoutcamp.com. We've got the camp online now. They can register. Obviously, top rugby players, we're inspiring them, even the ones that are professionals. So a very interesting thing is, kicking is going to be probably the biggest thing for us out of South Africa, because we've got guys kicking the ball from corners. In American football, you only have to kick straight, which is a given for any rugby player who kicks. And that is one of the jobs where guys are making $2-3 million to kick. They kick maybe 20, 30 times in a season, and that's the salary that they get. So we're inspiring people at the end of their career, 32, 33 years old, you're done playing for the Lions or for the Bulls. Let's go and have 2 or 3 more years you kick for an NFL franchise.
Give us the website address again.
www.scoutcamp.com.
There you go. Don't say we didn't give you any information.
So, Tabo, about kicking.
So now you want Tabo to leave Swallows before he's even started.
No, I'm just saying, there's a future there. There's something. Kicking.
How much was the kicker making in the States?
They make $2 to $3 million. Average salary in the NFL is $500,000 a year. Average. You're sitting on the bench. You don't even go on the field.
Tabo.
Kicking, Baba.
Tabo. We pay $3 million, boy.
In South African
Alright.
rent, it's 67. Alright.
All right. Munya, I love it. And I'm sure you're going to get a huge response. And we're looking forward to seeing, like, when you've selected a couple of guys, let us know. We'd love to have them in here and just check how that dream is going, right?
Thank you so much for the support. And like, again, I said, believe in your dream, believe in things that are impossible, because this is possible, and you're going to see a lot of kids do it. Once one kid does it, like Usain Bolt did it, all the sprinters start running fast. The same with South Africa.
As
It's going to
Madino
happen.
once said as well, like, impossible is not, it's only impossible until it's done.
Yeah.
So we can see it done. We're going to a break. After the break, Thabo Matlaba will talk about leaving Black Leopards, joining Moraka Swallows, and the season ahead. Festival. Can't wait for that conversation. We're going to talk. Stay with us.
Greetings, people of the world. My name is Munya Maraire. I'm the CEO of Worldwide Scholarships. I'm a former professional athlete in American football and athletics. went to Penn State University as a running back. The goal and the dream of Worldwide Scholarship started in 2002, where I decided that I wanted to make sure that no talent was left behind with regards to linking opportunities to talent and talent to opportunities globally. As Worldwide Scholarships now, we stand 18 years in the business, linking thousands and thousands of families to life-changing opportunities. My role today is to speak to you as area representatives. You must understand that for us, this is an honor to work with people all around the world who want to do the same thing as us, which is to empower talent and link them with opportunities. As area representatives, you need to understand that your role with Worldwide Scholarships is to empower talent to the next level of opportunities for them. So what's pretty awesome about my story is that I'm also a recipient of a full scholarship. But when I got my scholarship, there were no companies like the one that we have now as Worldwide Scholarships. I had to travel all the way to Alaska, where my sister was in the US Air Force, and I had to go through bitter cold training in order for me to get my opportunity. We, as Worldwide Scholarships, are ensuring that that doesn't happen to any other youngster, that you get linked right with the opportunities and you don't have to go through some of the barriers that I did getting my scholarship. Now, getting a scholarship for me was a momentous achievement because first and foremost, I didn't have to pay for my education when I went to school. I got an incredible degree from Pennsylvania State University, one of the best business universities in the world, in business logistics. And now it set the stage for me to be able to do the things that I'm doing now, empowering other youngsters and talent across the continent of Africa. When it comes to sporting opportunities, Worldwide Scholarships is second to none with regards to linking you with life-changing sports opportunities. On the soccer side, we are linked with the AC Milan network, and the journey for a youngster going to Europe is something that can be done through us, as well as obviously getting university scholarship opportunities in the United States. In the rest of the sports, we've got various opportunities that are available to youngsters worldwide. So as Worldwide Scholarships, what is a very, very interesting relationship for us right now is we are the first African company ever in history to be in relationship with the NCAA. We are known by the NCAA as their only recognized recruiting service across the continent of Africa. And this is very important for you, not only as an athlete to understand the kind of relationships that we do, but it's also important for you as an area representative to know what kind of opportunities we stand for. So now I'm going to tell you about the next steps with the journey with Worldwide Scholarships. As an area representative, you need to go through rigorous training with our directors that will teach you how to identify talent and what to do with the talent that you do identify and the opportunities that come from that. Once you have done that, then we will then link the talent from your region with life-changing opportunities.